I've been asked countless times why I've decided to run for office, but I think it's important that you get to know me better, and then it will become clear. I'm a proven leader, and Washington is lacking leadership right now. I'm a Naval Academy graduate. I graduated with a Bachelor's of Science degree in economics. And while I attended the Naval Academy, I was elected class president. In addition to that, I played football for 4 years, lettering all 4 of those years, and my senior year was elected most valuable player. And I went on from the Naval Academy to begin what is widely considered the most difficult military training on the planet, SEAL training. SEAL training was incredibly difficult, but I wouldn't trade that experience for anything in the world. I was one of 13 guys from an original class of 105 that survived, and in that class there were 3 officers that survived, and they were true leaders. They are not afraid to make decisions when bullets are flying over their heads. And when I make it to Congress, I'll do the same thing. While I was a Navy SEAL officer, I was in Desert Storm. After Desert Storm, I worked on, compiled, and delivered classified documents to the Pentagon, Defense Intelligence Agency, and other agencies inside the Beltway. Then I decided to transition from active duty military into the reserves and pursue an idea I had for a business. I followed the American dream and started my business with literally nothing. Then I got a patent to my credit and took that patent and brought my company to fruition. I've run that company for 18 successful years and have just started another successful company right here in Oklahoma. I think it's real important to point out that I'm a husband, and I'm a father of 6, and I'm debt-free. I owe not a dime on my house, my cars, or any of my toys. Now that you understand a little bit more about my record of leadership, you can understand better why I consider this a call of duty to run for Congress. When I go to Washington, I don't need special interests to come through my door and hand me trinkets and baubles. If I want something special, I'll buy it myself. Let me tell you a little bit why I've decided to run as an independent. I've been a Republican all my life, but the Republican Party has left me behind. They become part of the problem, and I don't want to be part of that problem. I want to be part of the solution. So I'm running as an independent, a conservative independent that's debt-free, not only in my private life, but in my new political life. Our children, my children and yours, deserve a fiscally conservative leader that's not beholden to special interests or their money. I plan to serve the 5th District of Oklahoma with an eye towards fixing the problems that my predecessors have created. That's what SEALs do. We fix problems. We're going to change the way we elect our representatives to Congress. We're going to provide an example right here in the 5th District of Oklahoma. The people can wrest back their representation from the special interests, the campaign, political consultants, and give it back to the people. We will only accept contributions from the people that live or work within this district, and we've limited that amount to $100 so that everyone can afford to get involved. I know you're tired of the status quo in Washington. This time of year during the campaigns, you'll hear candidates making promises they know they're not going to fulfill when they get to Congress. Why do we keep electing these people? Because we haven't had any alternative. But now we do. Look, I'm a Navy SEAL. I'm not afraid to tackle the tough issues. I'll give you a perfect example. Illegal immigration. We don't have an immigration problem here in the United States. We never have. We have a border security problem. We need to secure our borders to the south and to the north. We need to use our own military to enforce it if we have to, not the National Guard. And in so doing, we allow our citizens to sleep well at night while saving $300 billion a year. I'll give you another perfect example. Energy independence. It's about time we tackle this problem head on. We need an all-of-the-above approach where we become energy independent by taking advantage of wind, solar, nuclear, hydroelectric, and of course, Oklahoma's most abundant resource, natural gas. so that we don't have to be beholden to countries that don't like us very much. Yet another reason to allow our citizens to sleep well at night. And at the same time, create a lot of great, high-paying technical jobs right here in the United States. And now for the biggest problem of all. In my opinion, the number one threat to our national security, and that's our debt. Our inability to spend within our means at the federal level. Look, why does the federal government expect me as an individual or me as a business owner to balance my budget and spend within my means, yet they can't do the same? They've spent our children's future. We owe $13 trillion, and we have absolutely no plan to pay that back. And let me tell you something, when you don't pay back your debts, they come for your car, and they come for your house, and they'll come for our country. And I intend to go to Washington and not spend one single nickel without finding that money somewhere else in the budget. And I refused to vote for any tax hikes. The American people are taxed enough. And we know the best way to bring a struggling economy back to life is by leaving more money in the pockets of the American people. Obamacare? 2 words, repeal and replace. Look, I'm an economics major and I understand the value of competition. And when you apply competition to the health industry, you drive prices down, period. When government gets its hands on anything, let alone the health insurance industry, you can expect waste, fraud, and abuse. And that's what's coming if we don't repeal and replace Obamacare. So you can bet I'm going to do anything I can to make that happen. We can sell insurance across state lines, which creates competition and will drive the price down. In addition to that, I think that it's important that we get some tort reform involved. Let's talk about our veterans. I'm a veteran, so you can bet I'm not just going to pay lip service when it comes to our men and women serving our country all across the world. I fully intend to make sure that they're paid for their services and paid more than just a manager at a fast food restaurant. Look, they're standing a post. They're putting their lives on the line. There's absolutely no reason why they should not be compensated for that type of dangerous job. On top of that, I think that they deserve first-class health care, the same health care that our congressmen and women get. In closing, I think it's most important for the people of Oklahoma to understand that we're going to change the way we elect our representatives to Congress, right here in Oklahoma City. Look, Oklahoma City's star is on the rise, and it's time that we send somebody to Congress in our delegation to spice things up. We have an opportunity in this district to provide an example across the country on how we can wrest back our representation as people, take it away from the political consultants and the special interests and give it back to the voters. Look, it's up to you. It's up to you to take a good hard look at all the candidates. And I know that you're going to find when you look at my website, you'll see that I provide 10 times more content than any of my opponents. Why? Because I believe in transparency. I have nothing to hide. Look, I've had a lot of great jobs in my life. Navy SEAL, business owner, not the greatest job I'll ever have. But I feel compelled to run for this office so that we can show the rest of America that it is possible to elect proven leadership to Washington. Proven leadership that's not dependent upon political consultants. Proven leadership that's not dependent upon raising $1.5 million of special interest money. Proven leadership that is only dependent upon the people's ability to make an informed decision when they go to vote on November 2nd. Look, all you've got to do is understand that I'm a conservative. I'm running as an independent, and you have an opportunity here to send a true, proven leader to Washington. I'm Dave White, proven leader, and I'm asking for your vote on November 2nd. Thank you.